Hey folks, it's Rob from Rob's Movie Collection, and I have a question for you. Now, here's a little question for the movie collecting community out there. What film in the last 20 years do you think was incredibly overhyped? And I mean overhyped to the point that it didn't really deserve all the hype and all the success it had. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about a bad film or a film that you didn't like. Just a film that was okay and maybe even good, but it just got way too much attention and more than it deserved, and maybe you just got sick and tired of hearing about it. Now, I was originally going to pick Star Wars The Force Awakens for this, but then I thought, you know what, if I pick that, I'm probably going to go on a rant about it, and I don't really want to do that because I didn't like it, and well, that's just a whole other thing there. So actually, I think there was believe it or not, an even bigger one. So I think, in my opinion, I'm going to choose for this category Avatar from 2009. Directed by James Cameron. Now, I'm sure everyone remembers Avatar. I don't dislike it. I don't think it was a bad film. I think it was okay, but I think it was, oh my gosh, just so overhyped, and I got so sick and tired of hearing about how awesome it was. And when I finally saw it, I was like, really? That's it? I mean, it was okay, but to be honest, a lot of people at the time and since then have said that the creatures, the Na'vi, were just obvious stand-ins for Native Americans, and they're right. You know, there's nothing creative about them. I mean, they're very obviously, and a lot of people have said it dances with wolves in space, and I have to agree with that too. And I say this because at the time people were saying how original it was and how different it was, and of course a lot of this is the hype machine from the studio itself, but I just found it to be very, very unoriginal in that respect. I mean, it was okay, but and people kept going on about the motion capture and the special effects and how amazing they were, and I found them to be, you know, pretty. I thought it was like a video game. Frankly, I didn't think they were that great. I certainly didn't think they were super realistic. And now I come from a time where, you know, we had special effects when I was a kid, like stop motion and that sort of thing. And you could look at it and go, my God, that's an awesome special effect. That's really great. It's so well done. And the Na'vi are well done, but people kept going on about how super realistic they were and how this technology has now gotten to the point where, you know, it's so real, and I didn't think so. So there's that, and I thought the story was kind of, you know, pretty formulaic. I thought it was ironic that everybody has been so critical of the Star Wars prequels and how much CG there was in the environments, and how much, everybody's going on about, it's so terrible because there's so much CG, and there's so many CG characters, and so many of the backgrounds are CG, and just this big critical point. And yet, like 90% of Avatar was CG, and the whole environment and characters was CG, and nobody said anything about that. In fact, it was just praise and praise and praise. In fact, as a matter of fact, just recently we had this movie Jungle Book, this Disney remake. That whole damn movie was CG, except for the kid, everything, the environment, all the creatures, it was all filmed in front of green screens, and, you know, and that thing was a huge hit. And I haven't heard one person say and complain that there was too much CG in that movie and not enough real life environments. But with the prequels, they just tore it to shreds because of that. So that sort of consistencies just drive me up the wall for some reason. I can't stand that sort of thing. And that's what a lot of Avatar had. So, you know, it had good music by James Horner, of course. You know, I like James Horner. He usually works with James Cameron. But oh my God, just the hype, and just, it was way too much. And the thing that bugged me the most about it was that whenever I asked anybody about it, whenever I talked to anybody about it and they liked it, and everybody I talked to just loved it, thought it was great, the very first thing that came out of their mouth was, "Oh my God, the 3D was amazing. It was incredible. Oh, and I saw it in IMAX too, and it was just, oh, it was so great. It was so realistic. The 3D just popped out at you." And I was like, yeah, but what about the film? What did you think of the movie, the plot, the characters? Was it any good, Oh, yeah, it was good, but the 3D just came, And that to me is just such a gimmick. That's not how you make a film. That's not what a film is about. Now, I'm fully aware that my little picture avatar thing on my channel is a guy watching a movie, eating popcorn and wearing 3D glasses. It's just that that's the only picture I could find, a cartoon I could find that I liked of a guy watching a movie. But I'm not a huge fan of 3D, and that trend that we had there for a while where everything was, not only was everything in 3D, but it was hyped and advertised as, from the point of, look, it's in 3D, you gotta go see it, it's great, it's in 3D, that's what makes it a valuable, real, great film, that's what makes it worthwhile, and that always seems so stupid to me. That's not what film is about, at least not for me. So that just bugged the heck out of me when this movie came out. It's like, enough with the 3D thing, and it seemed to me like it made all its money based on that, and I often wonder, what if you were to take that 3D aspect away from it, how much money would it have made? Because that's just so gimmicky to me, it's just a gimmick, and it's not, that's like an amusement park ride, that's not a film. So, the film itself, it was okay, and, I thought the design work on the planet that they were on was pretty cool, and I liked it, it was very colorful and very neon-y, almost too neon-y at times. But I don't know, I just, and I wasn't a fan of the lead actor, whatever his name was, I think he was in Clash of the Titans too. I thought he was not much range in his acting, but anyway, yeah, that for me, it's Avatar. It's just way overhyped. I'm not saying that, like I say, I'm not saying it was a bad film, but I certainly don't think that it deserved all the attention and all the hype, and it was just way overhyped for a movie that was pretty, I don't know, normal to me. And I enjoy Jim Cameron's movies. I've enjoyed his past movies. But I think out of all of his movies, this is the one that I like the least. This is the one that impressed me the least. And just got to the point where, like, just go away already. I'm so tired of hearing about you. So for me, it was Avatar. Okay, so what do you think? What was, in your opinion, the most overhyped, undeservedly overhyped film of the last 20 years? You can let me know in the comments or make a video and respond to this. This is a tag, so you're all tagged on this. Tell me what you think. All right. Till next time, keep watching movies. All right.